What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is going to be a comparison video of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 versus the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Both of these phones are, as you can see, completely different. This is a folding phone. This is a traditional candy bar phone. And you might be deciding which phone you want to get for the holiday season, or maybe you're just going to get it in the near future. But ultimately, my groomer's texting me at the same time. This is live, baby. Which one you want to get? And I'm gonna go through that. So without further ado, let's jump into this comparison. A couple of things before I show you, like, just comparison to comparisons, I wanna bring up battery life. I personally get about the same battery life on both of these. You might be completely different. You might get amazing battery life, but I can get through about maybe half the day, and then I gotta charge up. So that's generally what I get. Both of these phones I have to charge up though, somewhere halfway through the day or a little more than halfway through the day in order to get them rocking and rolling again. But definitely I personally have to charge you. Again, your mileage might vary on these, but for me it's about the same battery life. Also performance, they both have Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processors. This has the Plus version, which is a little bit more efficient, a little bit more powerful, not enough to make a dent in day-to-day operations, or really a little bit in gaming. It's really not that much, so it's not really, I feel like, worth it really jumping into any of that. Next would be charging speeds. Both of them can charge at 25 watts, but Galaxy S22 Ultra can go a little bit faster at 45 watts. You're not gonna see a huge gain in it, to be honest with you. 45 watt versus 25 watt on the Samsung side is really not that big a difference, but this can charge faster a little bit. All right, let's get into the fingerprint sensor. So first of all, Galaxy Z Fold 4 has it mounted on the side, my absolute favorite place to have it mounted. It's so comfortable. It works great. It's very reliable. I love it. It's my favorite place to have a fingerprint sensor is on the side here. It's on the power button. It doubles up as a power button and a fingerprint sensor. It works fantastic. It's my number one. Galaxy S22 Ultra has it underneath the display. So you just press it. It works great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not a huge fan of the under display fingerprint sensors. I don't know, it's something about them I don't love about it. I really like the physical ones on the side there. This isn't bad, but if I had to give the win to a fingerprint sensor, I'd personally give it to the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Next, let's do a speaker comparison. I'm just gonna hold these up in front of me, and you're gonna hear it through my microphone, and it'll give you an indication of which one sounds better, and I'll let you know which one I think sounds better. First, we'll start with the S22 Ultra. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone? So I'm gonna play it again, but I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got a really special I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got a really special day of tech news. Yeah, so without a doubt, the Z Fold 4 does sound more full, more bassy, and actually maybe a little bit clearer as well. This doesn't sound muffled or anything, but I don't know, there's something about the Z Fold 4 just sounds a little bit better overall, just in voices. Yeah, I definitely like the profile sound. It's a little bit seemingly louder, a little bit more bassy, a little bit clearer. Just a better overall sound with the Z Fold 4. Now, holding these in your hand and the design, let's talk about that. On the back, which one do I prefer more? They look pretty much identical. Obviously, the Z Fold, the S22 Ultra has a little bit more going on with the cameras on there versus the Z Fold 4. But just on the back here, I probably choose the design of the S22 Ultra. They look very, very similar. It's kind of almost hard to tell them apart in a way. One looks more premium, which I think the S22 Ultra does, and I think that's why I would choose it. Holding it in your hand, is another story. So holding these in your hand, you know, this is a lot thicker as you can see, but holding it in your hand is, you know, it's I don't know, something about it that's not that, you know, amazing, versus this is a lot thinner, but it's wider, you know, on this side. Once you open this up, this is wider, but on a just side-by-side basis, this is wider, this is thicker, so you got to choose your poison, which one you want. Once you really open up the Z Fold 4, it's a massive phone, you know, it's huge. But that's why I like to use phone grips. I use phone grips on every phone. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. I use a phone grip, and once you do that, it makes it a lot easier to hold. But, you know, obviously handability with no case, no phone grip at all, I would probably choose the S22 Ultra. But, you know, design, like I said, the S22 Ultra looks better on the back. But obviously there's something amazing about having a folding phone. It's a conversation starter. It's a wow factor. So design, everything else, overall package, I'd give to the the Z Fold 4. Z Fold 4 also has that front display, which you can use it, like I said, as a small phone, or you can open it up into that huge, large display as well. Next, let's check out the photo and video capabilities of both these phones. I'm gonna set them to 4K 30 on there, and I will go at the highest megapixel for both of these as well. So this is 108 megapixel, this has a 50 megapixel, and this has a 100x zoom, this has a 30x zoom. So let's get into that next. What up, everybody? Got the front camera action going on, 4K 30 on both of these, Z Fold 4 and the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Which one looks better? I can tell again that the S22 Ultra in this one is cropping in more versus the Z Fold 4. So this is portrait mode on both of these, walking around on the front facing camera. Do a little spin here. Just a little. Just a little. Which one do you guys think looks better? Let me know. These are the back or rear facing cameras on the main camera of both of these phones. I'm going to go into a dark environment, and then we're going to do a 360 or a 180, I guess. 180, there we go. Got a little bit of light behind me. Definitely some light should be shining on my face as well. Which one do you think looks and sounds better? And then here is the ultra wide, just walking around. Pointed up. No, not a cloud in the sky, actually. It's very blue. A little bit of wind as well, just to see if one microphone does better than the other. Direct sunlight, how it handles that. There's my dog. What do you guys think? Ultra wide. I'm a big brightness on display guy. I have to give the brightness to the S22 Ultra. It's really, really bright. Almost to the point where if you turn it up all the way and you're not in a super bright environment, it almost hurts your eyes a little bit. So this is definitely the brighter display, S22 Ultra. Quality of the display also, when I look at these, I'd probably give it to the S22 Ultra. But that doesn't tell the whole story. I'm a huge folding fan, and I'm a huge big screen fan. And for me, this is pretty much unbeatable, these types of displays. Even though the quality, and you know, you have the indent in the screen, and you have a hinge that closes up and all that stuff. You can make minuses out, you can minus out points for that, but ultimately there's something to be said about using a display this large when consuming pretty much anything. It's not perfect all the time. You know, I'll open up Instagram and I know I can fix this, but ultimately, you know, you'll use something like this and it doesn't fill up the whole screen. Again, I know I can, but it crops in too much and it cuts part of the screen off. Whereas if you do that on here, it's going to look absolutely fine, to the point where you don't have to worry about it because it was designed for this type of display. One sec, let me just open it up. So there you go. So completely normal in that regard. So it really depends what you want, but ultimately I love consuming media on these types of displays. You know, you play a video. Let me just jump into a video real quick here. So you have your video going on. Let me mute it. No one wants to hear my voice. And it fills up most of the screen, or you can pinch in and it gets the whole screen. watching old content, old game shows or TV shows that are 4:3 aspect ratio look amazing on here because this is a 4:3 kind of aspect ratio. But this is also great for multitasking. You've got the taskbar at the bottom, and if you want to multitask, this is the display and phone that you're going to want to do because it is a game changer. It's amazing. Multitasking, you can multitask on both phones, meaning you can bring up multiple windows on both. But this is so much better and easier. Watch a video up here, do your social media down here, or your web browsing, your shopping. You can pull in more than one window. So if I want to bring in my even my camera, I can bring my camera in and I can be taking photos or video, watching a video or watching a movie and looking at a website or a social media thing. It's amazing. So that also factors into the display. So for me, which one wins the display war? It's the Z Fold 4 without a doubt because it's so huge and amazing. Software-wise, both of these run One UI 5. They both can get the same customizations and same things going on with both of them for the most part. It's basically 95% or more there. One of the big things that this doesn't have, and it's not even that big a deal, but I guess it is you have this taskbar at the bottom that when you do open an app, you can quickly switch to different apps or multitask a little bit faster with apps down there. That's one of the big things. This also doesn't have the camera cutout on here. It's underneath the display, so they might like that better versus seeing it on there. But other than that, the software is so similar, you can't really decipher which one being better than the other, because I'd keep it a tie pretty much. Both of these phones do have S Pens. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 has to either be held in your pocket or on a case, and it doesn't have any Bluetooth functionality, meaning you can't use the pen and take a photo from far away or anything like that like you can with the S22 Ultra. Both of them, again, have probably 90 to 95% of the same features. Where the S22 Ultra wins is two places. It inserts inside of the phone. It also has Bluetooth functionality, so I can use this as a shutter button when I take photos from far away, or it has the hovering thing so I can control my phone from a slight distance. So it's got some extra features on the S Pen front, but otherwise the base functionality of them is pretty similar. So which one should you get? I personally would choose the Z Fold 4. There's very few phones in the market like this. This is a game-changing phone. It's an amazing phone. It's a phone you definitely want to get insurance with because it can be fragile at times. It can break at times. It can defect at times more so than I feel like these phones can because they're so mature, but it's worth the risk, especially if you get the insurance. These phones are amazing. Also get a great case. I love the Speck case that I have right here. It's a clear Speck case. I'll link it down below if you want to pick it up. I absolutely love it. This is a Lovehandle. I'll also link this down below. I love these things. Or get a PopSocket. Those work great as well. You're not going to go wrong with either phone. They're both great. I would personally choose this. Like I said, it's more of a game-changing, fun, different device. But if you're into traditional things and you want a traditional experience, Galaxy S22 Ultra will offer that to you. Thanks for watching. Both phones are linked down below, as are the accessories I spoke of. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.